Hello, and welcome to our first flipped lesson. We're going to be talking about the present progressive. What is the present progressive? Well, it is a compound tense that expresses action that's happening right now. Now, we use this often in English, and you just don't know what it's called, but we say things all the time like, oh, I'm going to my friend's house after school. She is going to study with me. So we know how to use the ing form of a verb. Let's talk about how it's done in Spanish. In Spanish, when we use the present tense, as you can see in my present tense example, with a word like hablo, it actually has three translations. I speak, I do speak, and I am speaking. Well, let's focus on the I am speaking part. This is a totally separate tense all to itself called the present progressive. What someone is doing. Okay? How do we form it? Well, in the example, I show you that to say I am speaking, you can say hablo, or you can say estoy hablando, okay? And so let's look at how we got there. Well, look at the section titled How to Form It. We must have the helping verb estar plus the present participle. And what is that? The present participle is verbs like hiking, skiing, dancing, reading. Let's learn how to do that in Spanish. We already know the 6 parts of the verb estar, as you can see to the left, but we need to know how to form the present participle. Well, the present participle ends up ending in ando, as you can see here, okay, or yendo. Now, in English, that's going to translate as I am doing something, he is doing something, we are doing something, and then over here I have the ing so that you can see how it correlates when we look at the example below. Now, it says for formation, if you have an AR verb, remove the AR and use ando for the new ending. Okay? This is how we came up from hablar to hablando. If you have an ER or an IR verb, you remove those endings and you put yendo, I-E-N-D-O. I like to call the present participle the ando or yendo form of the verb. Now, let's look at an example. If I wanted to say cooking, I need to think about what the verb is. The verb is cocinar, okay, to cook. Well, it's an AR verb, so I'll take off the AR and I will add ando, okay? I now have cocinando. Well, we can't go around saying cooking, cooking, cooking. We have to say who is cooking, and that is why we need the helping verb estar. So in my example at the bottom here, I want to say I am cooking. The way to say I am is estoy in Spanish, and so the way to say cooking is cocinando. In order to say I am cooking, I put the two together, estoy cocinando. Now, let's have a look at some more examples. Okay? On this slide, I show you 2 more before you go on to practice a few for yourself. Let's break them down. I want to be able to say I am singing. How do we do that? Well, the verb to sing is cantar. Like we saw previously, I must get rid of this AR here, okay? And then I must put ando at the end, okay? Cantando is my new word. So, I am is estoy, singing is cantando. Estoy cantando, my new phrase. Yes, we can just take cantar and conjugate it and say canto, but we want to be more like the natives, and they can use both interchangeably. You can say canto, I am singing, or estoy cantando. Now, let's look at another example. She is writing. We know to write is the verb escribir. And so, since it ends in an IR, we have to then make it end in an yendo to make the present participle. Okay? My new sentence, ella está escribiendo. She is writing. Now, what do you do with these 3 down here? Well, since we have about 4 or 5 days to look at our flipped lesson, get to know the present progressive, and come in on Thursday of next week so we can work it together, I want you to come in not just ready to show me what you know, but with 3 completed examples, okay? So tell me how you would say we are swimming in Spanish. My dad is watching television, and I am not buying a new sweater. If there are any words that you don't know, look them up. Wordreference.com is a great dictionary. Happy hunting! Enjoy!